Hallo Deutschlerner! Modal particles in German are those tiny little words that don't really seem to have any direct translation from German into English, yet they pack a whole lot of meaning into your sentences. These are words like Doch, Mal, Ja, and Eben, and they can change the tone of the conversation, add emphasis, or make you sound more natural in German. In today's German lesson, we're going to explore the most common modal particles and how to use them to level up your German skills. Too long of a lesson for a short, too short of a lesson for a long video, too important of a topic to be ignored. Welcome to today's Shallow German Deep Dive. Let's start with what modal particles are and what they do within a German sentence. The real reason that they don't have any direct translations in most sentences is because they are intonation carriers or enablers. They make sentences slightly longer, which gives you more of an opportunity within the sentence to add emphasis on something through the intonation of your voice. They are rarely used in written German because you can't tell the intonation from the text. You need to hear the audio to hear how it was said and not just what was said. So while these words don't have any direct translatable meanings in English, the intonation does translate relatively well. Let's start with Halt, Eben, and Einmal. These three modal particles are often used to express that something is simply a fact of life and can't be changed. Halt, Eben, and Einmal, often shortened just to Mal, Halt. Das Wetter ist halt schlecht. The weather is just bad. What can you do about it? Hat mich halt nicht gesehen. He just didn't see me. Ich kann es halt nicht ändern. I simply can't change it. Eben. Gute Freunde findet man eben nicht so leicht. Good friends just aren't easy to find. Das ist eben das Problem mit alten Autos. Sie sind ja alt. Manchmal funktionieren sie nicht mehr, wie sie einmal funktioniert haben. That's just the problem with old cars. They're simply old. Sometimes they don't work like they used to. Mick Jagger hat mir einmal erklärt, man kann eben nicht immer alles haben. Aber wenn du es mal versuchst, wirst du wahrscheinlich herausfinden, dass du kriegst, was du brauchst. Mick Jagger once told me, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Mal or einmal. Komm mal her, ich muss dir was zeigen. Come here for a second, I gotta show you something. Hast du mal eine Minute? Do you have a minute? Wir sollten mal ins Kino gehen. We should go to the movies sometime. Halt and Eben can make a statement sound final or resigned, while Mal adds a casual tone to requests or suggestions. Mal can also carry with it the meaning of once or sometime. Ja, the reminder particle. Now let's look at the word ja. This little word doesn't mean yes in these sentences, but rather acts as a reminder or an emphasis of something that you expect the listener to already know or agree with. It's also pretty good for someone like me who relies on sarcasm to often express frustration with people not knowing things that they should already know. You can replace it most of the time with the word bekannterweise or renownedly. Used in the present tense, it can reinforce that something is prohibited. Du darfst das nicht tun. Es ist ja verboten. You can't do that. It's against the rules, you know. If you use it in the past tense, it can refer to a past conversation that the listener should recall. Wir haben ja schon gestern darüber gesprochen. We already talked about this yesterday, remember? If you use it in the future tense, it can be used as a reminder to the listener about something that is coming soon. Sie wird ja bald hier sein. She'll be here soon, after all. Doch, the ultimate German multitasker. Doch is probably one of the most versatile modal particles in German. It can be used when expressing emphasis, contradiction, urgency, or even surprise. The word itself doesn't have any real meaning. It's simply an intensifier of meaning, with a slight flavor of reproach. Du kannst doch nicht einfach gehen. You can't just leave. Ich hab doch gesagt, dass ich heute nicht komme. I told you that I'm not coming today. Das hat doch keinen Sinn mehr. That just doesn't make any sense anymore. My favorite translation of the word doch is ja, as a rebuttal of something that someone said that was negative. But you should probably know that this is actually being used as an interjection and not a modal particle in these sentences. Batman könnte Superman nicht besiegen. Batman couldn't beat Superman. Doch. Ja. Herr Antrim ist nicht hässlich. Herr Antrim isn't ugly. Doch. Ja. Gar and Rein, adding intensity. Gar and Rein are used to add intensity to statements, either emphasizing the total lack of something or reinforcing a point. Ich habe heute gar keine Zeit. I don't have any time at all today. This stresses the complete lack of time. Wir hatten gar keine Ahnung, dass du kommst. We had no idea that you were coming at all. This emphasizes the total surprise of the situation. Ich habe rein gar nichts mit dem Problem zu tun. I have absolutely nothing to do with the problem. Rein gar doubles down on the word gar to express what it is disassociating from, the problem. Total, not just for exaggeration. Total can be used to emphasize something, sometimes ironically or humorously, or to show a strong emotion. Think of it as being similar to the English word totally or completely, but these translations don't always work. Ich bin total müde nach der Arbeit. I am completely exhausted after work. This expresses a high degree of tiredness. Das Konzert war total fantastisch. The concert was absolutely fantastic. This is a positive, enthusiastic reaction to an event. Total just intensifies fantastisch. Das hat total keinen Sinn gemacht. That made absolutely no sense. This expresses confusion or frustration with something illogical. Total intensifies the negation. When you use total, just remember that whatever it is that you're doing is going to completion. It's 100% of whatever adjective or adverb you're using it with. It functions as an intensifier of whatever is after total. Aber, expressing surprise or disagreement. Although aber is usually a conjunction meaning but, as a modal particle, it adds surprise or emphasizes disagreement. It does have a slight aftertaste of however in it. See if you can pick up on it in the following examples. Das ist aber schön. That is so beautiful. Here we're expressing a genuine surprise or admiration. Hatte aber keine Ahnung davon. He didn't have any idea about that, however. Kann aber gut Deutsch sprechen. He can speak German really well. This person is surprised or impressed by someone's skills. These tiny modal particles, Halt, Eben, mal, ja, doch, gar, total, und aber, are super powerful tools in the German language. It will take a lot of practice and listening to native speakers and how they use them to truly understand how to use these words. So seek out authentic conversations in German, either in video format here on YouTube or in real life to get practicing. If you found this video helpful, be sure to check out my whole playlist full of shallow German deep dives. Das ist alles für heute. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!